Hello my beautiful love bugs. Today I am going to be doing an updated brow routine. It has been a few months since I did a brow routine and I definitely think I have not only improved it but also just changed out some products. I didn't start filling in my brows until like last year. I never really touched them. They were always thick and beautiful. People made fun of them so I overplucked them and now I definitely have troublesome spots. So I'm going to be showing you how I fill in my eyebrows, how I define them, and how I get a nice natural looking brow that's a little bit more defined than my natural ones. So if you want to see how I achieve it, then just stay tuned. First, you'll just want to really quickly brush out your brows. You can use a spoolie, you can use a toothbrush. Don't use a used toothbrush, use a new one, obviously. And then we can get started on the brows. So I'm going to take my Morphe MB32 brush. You can see it is very well loved. I need to actually give it a cleaning. And I'm going to be using my Brow Bar To Go Kit from Whitening Lightning. I know a lot of YouTubers use them and people always kind of roll their eyes and they're like, that's sponsored. This is definitely not a sponsored brow routine or anything like that. But I love mine so much that you can see I have hit pan on one of the shadows. This is the best tool for doing your brows fast, getting them to look natural, and also just, it's foolproof. You can do it, you're done in like a matter of minutes, and they will always look good. So first I use the light brow powder in the center on this angled brush. I will tap off the excess, and then I will start with this brow. I focus on one brow at a time. And I will start under the brow, just kind of following the shape that's already there, maybe filling in any gaps like right here and in here where I don't have any hair either from over plucking or just they're naturally like that. And I will start off with kind of minimal brow powder, using this lighter one of course in the inner portion. I also will not move past the arch as far as filling in because the darker brow powder will go out here. Then of course I will turn the brush this way to fill in the inner corner. Already you can see this brow has infinitely more structure than the other brow does, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So after using the lighter powder on the inner portion of the brows, because your brows are naturally a touch lighter in the inner portion and a touch darker on the tail, we're going to go into the darker color. Exactly as I did before, we're just going to trace what's already there. Now I don't have much of an arch, so I'll kind of trace the edges and over-exaggerate the arch that's there to give it more shape. And then that's going to be kind of the completed brow as far as the powder, so I will just do the other side the same way. At this point, the basic shape of the brows is done. I have them a little bit fuller, a little bit more structured, and maybe for a day-to-day look, if you were looking for something more natural, this could be totally good for you. I'm actually going to go in with my Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color. My shade is the shade Medium. And what I will do with this is in these very sparse areas where I have very minimal brow hair, which I'm not entirely sure how well you're going to be able to see on camera, I will use this little brow pen to draw very, 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 very small hairs. So I'm just using it in small strokes and filling in. Then to make sure everything matches nicely, I will very, very lightly drag that all the way through. This one just looks fuller. I personally think a little bit more natural and not as powdered as this one does because you have individual hairs drawn into the mix with this. So I love the overall effect that it gives. Like I said, you may not need it depending on your personal brow concerns, but for me, I love it. Now for me, I like to set that off with something, and usually it is gel. Personally, I don't like this at all. It is the Great Lash by Maybelline Clear Mascara, and it works. It keeps the brows in place, but it's a little bit too runny. If you can see, the stopper is wide while the brush is very small, so it doesn't really pull any product off. So I have to kind of scrape it on the edge, and even then I still feel like I get too much brow gel. I would recommend, especially if you're looking at the drugstore, into maybe Milani's Clear Brow Gel or NYX's, which are infinitely better. It was just that this is what I had. I don't feel like throwing it away, so I'm using it up. And I will just use this to set the brows, and I will lightly comb them up and over. And that's it. That is my brow routine. So my loves, that was my updated brow routine. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, this is just kind of what I keep going back to. I don't know if I will try something new, especially now that I have the red hair. I don't know if I'll start matching them. I don't really think that's a good idea. I think they're gonna stay the same. So this should be my current brow routine for a while to come. And if it does change, I will certainly update you. But if you did enjoy, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And until next time, I love you so much and I will see you in the next video. Bye.